Hey, welcome to Maximum Bat Speed. I want to do this video here of Lauren Chamberlain on the left and Sierra Romero on the right regarding the load. And one thing that I see in high-level players that I just love to see is when a player really knows how to apply great pullback, great resistance. And players that do this tend to be more successful at hitting not only for average but for power. And I just want to show you what Lauren does and what Sierra does so that maybe you can apply this to your swing, and I truly believe it'll help you. Not only do they get great loads, they use their lower body beautifully in order for them to have great momentum going to the front side, and that's crucial as well. And I've done a lot of videos on complete analysis, and this video right here is just going to focus more on two simple areas, parts of the swing, which is the load, the pullback, the resistance, which is all the same, the pullback resistance, and the weight transfer, and what you see elite high-level players apply to their swings. Okay, so I just want to show you what's going on, and you can work with this on your own when you're on working batting practice on the cage with your parent, whoever you're working with. It's crucial that you apply what these two ladies are doing right here. So let's get started here. Now on the left we're going to see Lauren. Now watch what's going on with her. Okay, now she starts to get into her gather. You're going to see she's going to post up against a firm back leg, and I bring this up all the time. And the thing I want you to really focus on is this, and this is something I just don't see enough at the lower levels. See how her back elbow starts working back and behind her? Okay, now I'm going to just draw an arrow here just so that you can just focus very much so on this back elbow. Okay, her back elbow right there is where that red arrow is, where I drew right there. Now watch what's going on right here. There's been obviously a transition or a process that's taken place as far as what's going on with her swing right now. Pretty much right now she's at her toe touch right here, and where her elbow is right now is pretty much back here. So in other words, what she has right now is pretty much a shoulder to elbow look pretty much right there. Now her elbow's slightly below her that line right there that I drew, and that's not bad at all. Very nice job right there. So you can see here that the elbow went from here to there, okay? And because her stride action and her hand action work together, and in the process, because her elbow was lower. Now this is not the same with every player, but her elbow again worked from being down here, okay, because she keeps her hands low when she starts, to letting that back elbow, that pull back, work back and behind her. So as she starts to get into her toe touch, again, her elbow rises. Now if we look at Sierra right here, now watch what's going on. Now she starts with her hands a little higher, and right now we can see what's going on with her elbow. Okay, and this is very important to understand, that even though there's different styles, that you're going to see that pullback being applied. Again, that's where her elbow is. Now watch what's going on with her elbow. Right now is pretty much right in front of her chest area, okay, in the sense of as far as it being in front of her. Okay, now as she starts to get into her stride, watch how that back elbow works back and behind her. Now it's very obvious that the back elbow is definitely behind her. Now at this stage right here, when the elbow was right here, the elbow pretty much was in front of her body. Now you can see, again, it's very obvious that the elbow is behind her body, okay? And one thing that Sierra does beautifully, again, just like Lauren, if I draw a line from shoulder to elbow, you can see here how much torque Sierra has. And again, all this is because of the pullback. Now her elbow's back here, and just like with Lauren, her elbow's again also behind her, where again, if we go back to Lauren, when her elbow started, her elbow's pretty much in front of her body, and as she goes further, the elbow's working back and behind her, and you can see how she has developed just beautiful resistance, pullback, and torque right here, okay? Now again, this is very important, and what I would recommend for you out there, it's just work on this. Now watch what's going on right here with Sierra. Now as you're working on your stride, get to the point where you just get to the toe touch, and just get to the stage right here, no further than toe touch, and make sure when you look in a mirror that the elbow is working back and behind you, and that when you stop, okay, you want to pretty much have a shoulder to elbow look, so that you have a straight line like this where your shoulders are pointing to the second baseman. If you look at watch what's going on here with Lauren, she's doing the same thing. As she gets into her stride, as she gets into her toe touch, and again, even though they have a different way of getting to it, okay, you're going to see that they're both applying that pullback beautifully, okay, and this is very important to understand right here. At this stage of the swing, she also has a shoulder-to-shoulder elbow. Again, her elbow's a little lower, but her shoulders are pointing pretty much to the second baseman. And the more pullback you have, the more torque, more separation you have. So you can see here that Sierra has a little bit more separation than Lauren does. But again, even though it's going to look different according to your own body type, your own style, you should have pretty much a shoulder-to-shoulder the elbow, with the elbow pointing, with that line pointing to the second baseman. Now, I also mentioned that the high-level players, what they do, they get their momentum going to the front side beautifully. Now, watch what's going on with the lower body with Lauren. See what she's doing right there? Watch what's going on. See how her body's starting, almost like she's pitching off of a mound, and her body's going forward right there. Now, this is what you see in high-level players. What you don't want to see is the foot stay there and the foot gets stuck and rotate off that back foot and just it being stuck. You just don't see this in high-level players. And I bring this up in my videos all the time because if you allow your back foot to get stuck, it's going to create problems with your hips being able to square up. It's going to deprive you of being able to hit tight inside pitches. It's going to deprive you of hitting a lot of other pitches. So again, not only are they both applying great pullback, they're both applying great momentum with, in other words, there's like a pressing action with the back foot. That's why in my videos I talk about that instep pressure moving to the front side, because that's going to allow your back pelvis to catch up to the front one, therefore letting your hips square up. Okay, now watch what's going on over here with Sierra. Watch even though she does it a little differently, watch that pressing action. See that? She too is like she's pitching off of a mound right there, and you can see that her back foot is starting to release right there. Not as much as Lauren's, but obviously her back foot is not spinning. You can see that there's a release right there. See that release right there? And it's going to vary from pitch to pitch, but you should not be spinning off your back foot. Now, I just came out with a 2-hour and 45-minute video. I'm referring to a lot of the things I refer to this video I bring up in my Build Your Swing Plan, and I truly would believe it will help you to work with your child to at least have a foundation to get started building your child's swing. I see too many coaches out there that really don't know, too many parents out there that really don't know where to start, and even coaches at times, and I believe that my video will benefit you greatly to get you a foundation to help you to get started with the fundamentals of building a swing. And again, watch what Lauren's doing here, the great pullback right here. She gets into her swing, and all of a sudden she just uses that forward momentum to get her swing going, and the same thing going on with Sierra. She gets great pullback, and then she allows her body, even though this is a low pitch, she still releases that back foot. Hope you learned something here. I hope you like it. Give me a like if you like the video. Also, order my video, parents, coaches. I truly believe it'll give you a great foundation, a great start to building a good swing.